Good morning, Soul Tribe. I wanted to jump back on and leave a footnote in reference to reprogramming your mind, because in the process of discussing reprogramming your mind, I touched on the subconscious mind and how you subconsciously deal with pain, how you subconsciously channel pain. Now, what I meant by that was this. Although you're in pain, and I'll just testify about me. I deal with chronic pain, and in the fact that I deal with chronic pain, all I used to do consciously was talk about the pain. Well, no, it doesn't attract more pain. It doesn't. If you got chronic pain, you just have chronic pain. It just is what it is. It's not going anywhere. It's not. Unless you get some assistance through pain management and a better way of coping with it that way. But as far as chronic pain, I empathize with anybody who has chronic pain, because it's just persistent pain and it's just there. It's not going anywhere. But for me, I used to consciously talk about the pain all of the time. And that was because that was stored subconsciously. Like, in other words, from my nerve reciprocators hidden me, like hidden, in other words, from the pain that I was receiving from the nerves, it was something serious. So for me, all I could do consciously was talk about the pain and the amount of pain that I was in. But I came to the conclusion of this with that. Like, nobody wants to constantly hear somebody nagging about something. So in a sense, it's like a negative, you know? So I subconsciously started to work on how I channeled my pain, how I dealt with coping with my pain. And for me, it's just there. It's not going anywhere, but I press through my pain, and I no longer give my pain light or shed light on my pain unless I have to share with someone to encourage someone. So I don't sit and just dwell on, oh, I'm hurting, oh God. And I used to be a mess with it. And I know I was, because I had to do self-reflecting. And it's like, sometimes you got to step outside of yourself and like, would I want to sit up in the company of somebody who's always complaining about the amount of pain that they're in? No. It's like, they know what you've gone through. The people who are affiliated with you, they know what you've endured. They probably can only imagine the amount of pain that you're in with what you've endured. But at the end of the day, you don't have to engulf nobody with it by consciously, constantly talking about it. And so that's what I meant by subconsciously. Some things can be taken out of your database to help catapult you forward with what you're encountering, what you're dealing with, what you're having to cope through, and it give you a better positive outlook on things, even though you're engulfed in a situation of pain, adversity, or whatever you're going through. So I wanted to touch on that base to enlighten you guys where I was coming from when I said coping with pain, because the pain is not like, and I didn't want anyone to take me wrong or take the message wrong or take my verbiage out of context. I'm not making light of chronic pain, because I cope with chronic pain and I know what it is to cope. Look, do you hear me? And my pain is kicked up. So when my pain is kicked up, you will see that it will knock the pause in my speech, honey. So what I'm saying is, I'm not making light of anybody who deals with chronic pain, because it will put the pause in your breath, honey. It'll put the pause in your speech. It is real. And so I'm not saying that chronic pain or pain, or a way of dealing with pain is a mental thing. No, that's not what I'm saying. You will get some psychiatrists that will attempt to say that, but everybody know their body, and everybody know uh, their pain tolerance and what pain is. If you've ever experienced pain, I'll say that much. Not everybody has experienced pain, but if you're in pain, your body will let you know you're in pain. So by it, how your body responds to the pain. And so I'm not saying or making light of anyone's pain or chronic pain, or saying, oh, it's all uh, a mental thought or process of dealing with pain. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is how you cope subconsciously with the pain. Meaning, although you're in pain, you don't wallow in it and engulf others in it, or submerge others in it by constantly reminding them and constantly pouring into their ear that you're in pain. So I've learned to channel that, and I've learned to take that out of my subconscious as far as talking about my pain, talking about what I've gone through. I'll only share that testimony when it comes time, and eventually I will share that testimony so that I can encourage somebody else as to how I got through the process, and how I'm still going through the process, and how I'm getting through the process. But right now, I don't care to share that information because I'm still on that journey. It's still an ongoing journey. And I'm still coping with the pain, as y'all can see. But again, like I told y'all, these videos are going to be unedited, uncensored, because I don't have anything to hide. And my truth is just my truth. No matter how many times you tell it, the truth is just going to be the truth. It is what it is. I don't have anything to hide. And I'm a work in progress. I'm working on me. I'm working on recovering from it all. I'm doing the work. I'm putting in the work to get my life back. And again, I just wanted to come and put this little footnote in there for anybody who is dealing with chronic pain, because I don't want my videos to be taken out of context. And so that's what this video is about, to say, hey, if you're dealing with chronic pain, I too am there. I understand your pain. But what I'm saying is, if you were anything like me, that's all you could think of, because the pain is so horrific. And y'all could excuse me, I'm hurting and I get to moving because I am hurting. But and again, that was part of what I'm doing now, is what I've taken out of my subconscious. We're not going to talk about the pain. So what I'm saying is, to anybody who received this message, be encouraged no matter what you're dealing with. If you're dealing with chronic pain, I empathize with you, and I'm praying for you, and I'm praying with you. But try to channel the pain by doing what I won't say doing what I did. Try to channel the pain with something else. In other words, what I utilize to channel my pain is music. So I listen to music to try to take my mind off of the pain. Although you still feel it. Oh, you feel it. It's there. It's not going nowhere. But I try to occupy my mind so that I don't think about the amount of pain that I'm in. And although, in other words, try to find some coping mechanism so that you don't focus on the pain so much to where it's spewing out into others' lives. That's what this is about. That's what this footnote is saying. In other words, yes, you deal with chronic pain. Yes, you may deal with pain. Yes, you may be going through unfortunate events in life. Maybe dealing with adversities in life. But channel those issues with positive affirmations, thinking positive about the situations or encounters that you're going through and that you encounter. Thinking about how you can overcome those issues. So challenge yourself to change your subconscious mind in your way of dealing with what you're going through and dealing with what you're encountering. That's what I was saying. And I hope this came. Sorry, my phone is about to die, you guys. But I hope this came across um, clear and understandable. I didn't want that to be taken out of context. Now, again, I empathize with anybody who's dealing with chronic pain, and I'm praying for you. God bless you all. Y'all have a blessed morning.